Welcome back. In the previous part, we saw some more little affectiony type scenes around the ship as we were traveling to EN2, but then, right at the end, we got told we were doing an emergency warp out, so let's go see what the hell is going on. Yeah, because that's normal.
There's a gravitational anomaly ahead! It looks like... Oh, no, this can't be right! At this strength, it's a black hole!
The current situation is everything, Mr. Phase. Allow me, then, to explain the phenomenon of black holes appearing in deep space, along with my own theories about the matter.
Sorry, Bacchus, but save the lecture for another time. We have to concentrate on getting out of here! Reimi!
Give me 30 seconds! I'm inputting the gravity changes for emergency warp!
Edge! Look!
It's really black and smoky.
Is that the black hole? I've lost control of the Calnus! Reimi!
Too late! We won't make it!
Ah!
Yeah, that is Earth. Not exactly where they were heading, though. Clearly. Also, let's not get into the whole... That's not what a black hole is. Just ignore that. It's more a wormhole, but still.
We... survived. Is everyone okay?
Yes, I think.
That was fun. It was all zap, boom, Kay?
What are we going to do with you, Limmel?
We were definitely caught in the black hole. Did we escape from its event horizon, then? No, I'm afraid that would be impossible. Perhaps it just happened to be a black hole with an ergosphere? I suppose one might call it an escape through a type of wormhole. In any event, the fact that we escaped at all can only be called a miracle.
Impossible.
No, I'm certain my analysis is correct.
No way.
Miss Reimi, you doubt me as well?
This is...
Our homeworld? Is this Earth?
Why are you that shocked by that?
Are we sure then?
Yes, the results are the same every time I check. The stellar coordinates are an almost perfect match. There's no question that this planet is Earth.
I see.
What's wrong? This is Edgy and Ray Ray's home, isn't it? But both of them don't look very happy about it.
I don't think it's so much unhappiness as it is bewilderment.
Indeed. Arriving at one's home planet under such strange circumstances would put anyone ill at ease.
That's not the whole problem.
There are subtle discrepancies between this Earth and ours.
This isn't the most flattering part of our planet's history, but a little before Reimi and I were born, the worst war in all of Earth's history occurred. The result was that the surface of the planet became terribly contaminated, and humans had no choice but to go deep underground. It's been the same situation ever since we were born. The polluted environment still hasn't improved. Of course, that was the very reason we looked to space.
But there are no traces of pollution on the surface of this planet. Well, it's not quite accurate to say none at all, but it's still an environment in which humans could live. It's almost like the war that nearly destroyed our planet never even happened.
Indeed. The fact that something you took for granted suddenly no longer applies is somewhat troubling.
And there's another thing. The organization we belong to, the USTA, I can't get through to headquarters.
Mysterious issues all. Something unexpected may have happened here in your absence.
What is it, Lim?
Everyone stop standing around and being all weird, Kay. Let's go out. I want to see Edgy and Ray Ray's home.
What? You see, Limmel.
All right.
Edge?
The air outside seems breathable. I'm going out there to take a look. See if we can't find someone.
In that case, I shall join you.
And I as well. As a scientist, I am intrigued.
Me too.
Limmel, you stay and watch the ship with Reimi, okay? Reimi, take care of Limmel while we're out.
Gotcha. Hey! Don't do anything stupid, Edge.
Don't worry, I'll make certain of it.
Yes, you may count on me too.
Why are the two of you answering for me?
I guess I won't have to worry if Faze and Bacchus are with you.
Reimi and Limmel left the party to wait in the Cowlness. Should be fine in terms of enemies out here. Yeah, it is very oh, didn't expect to be in this kind of situation, did we? One thing I do like is they at least acknowledge the fact black holes don't do that. That's not what black holes do, and then they try to explain it and they brush it off, basically. At least they try. Normally things just go like, oh yeah, black hole, wormhole, same thing, aren't they? No. No, they're not. They're kind of a bit different, you might say.
This place is deserted.
It sure is, and has been for some time, from the looks of things.
For now, let's split up and see what we can uncover. Report if you find anything. Huh? What? This can't be!
Judging from the color degradation caused by ultraviolet rays, I'd say it's been abandoned for about 3 years. I suppose that's not particularly important, but...
Well, don't jump to conclusions, Faze. If nothing else, I just figured out when we are. The date on this magazine is too faded to read, but there was an article inside that caught my attention. 2 years after initial experiments, our country has at last perfected the ultimate doomsday weapon. The hydrogen bomb, is what it says. If I remember my history, the first practical hydrogen bomb on Earth was developed in 1954. So basically, if you're saying this magazine is 3 years old, that would put us in the year 1957. In other words, we're on the Earth of nearly 150 years ago.
The Earth of 150 years ago? That's not even possible.
I'm not so certain, Mr. Faze.
What? Even you, Bacchus?
Mr. Edge, a short time ago I intercepted some radio waves, albeit weak ones.
Radio waves? Like old broadcast radio?
The transmission was as follows. Some days ago, the historic honor of launching the first artificial satellite slipped through our fingers, instead going to the Reds. This unfortunate occurrence has prompted the President to announce new plans for manned rocket missions, promising to put men in space before our rivals. Mr. Edge, how would you interpret this information?
Anyone who's ever dreamed of going into outer space knows the story. The first successful launch of a man-made satellite was the middle of the last century, 1957. No wonder we can't reach anyone. In 1957, the USTA wasn't even a twinkle in someone's eye. Honestly, I can't believe it. But with this much evidence piling up, I guess we have no choice but to face reality. The planet we made our emergency landing on may be Earth, but it's an Earth from almost 150 years in the past. Didn't you mention this sort of thing before, Phase? An error in mid-warp that can cause a ship to end up in another time entirely?
No, this situation is somewhat different. That was brought about by the distortion caused by warping within the space-time continuum. The dangers associated with it are nothing more than arriving earlier or later on the standard temporal axis. If the theory we're positing here is true, it would be time regression. And such a thing is absolutely not possible. Though, with the situation as it is, I hesitate to apply the term absolutely.
If we posit that time regression has indeed occurred, it would mean we're now located in a space topologically distinct from that in which we were previously. In the current situation, I do not yet have enough information to say whether such a thing is even possible. But if the reality is that we now stand upon the past Earth, we have no choice but to accept it as fact.
So, let me get this straight.
We've been transported to the Earth of 150 years in the past, and we currently have no way of getting back, right?
If this truly is the Earth of another time, then yes, I'm afraid there is nothing we can do to return.
The only thing I can say for certain is this. It's pointless to keep standing around here. Let's return to the Calnus and review the situation together. Then we can decide what to do. What? The Calnus! Damn it! When did they get here?
They're quite well regulated. I suppose they must be soldiers of some sort.
Even so, they've arrived much too quickly. They must have a base of operations nearby.
It would seem this was more than just a ghost town.
This isn't Let's Swap Theories time! Reimi and Limmel are still inside!
Wait. All they want is to capture the extraterrestrials inside. If nothing else, I can assure you no one will be harmed. I wouldn't go recklessly provoking them if I were you.
Who are you? You refer to us as extraterrestrials quite casually.
Are you with those soldiers over there? What do you people want from us?
My name is Klaus Bachstein. You have to trust me. I'm your friend.
Mr. Bachstein, I must request an explanation. On what grounds should we consider you to be our friend?
Fair enough. But first we must find a better place to talk. You'll all be found if we stay here. You see the house with the red roof over there? That's my home. Come with me. I'll give you the details there.
Edge, are you really going to trust him?
We must keep in mind that this may be a trap.
Or he might really want to help us. If nothing else, he presented himself to us unarmed. Besides, he has no idea who or what we are, yet he shows his back to us? That's not the kind of man I want to doubt.
Thank you.
That is very like Mr. Edge.
Yes, I am truly no match for him.
Unless showing his back to us is part of his plan. I mean, he did turn around really quickly after they mentioned that. It's like, aha, my plan worked. Ha 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 ha. It's like, come on now. There's a event in here, by the way, if I find the radio somewhere. Where's the radio? Is that the radio? Looks more like a loaf of bread, but alright. Well, no? I know I can. I know there is an event. Maybe I'm going to do it from this side. Nope, maybe it's later. Because it could be. Because I'm meant to do other stuff as well. And there's a chest, so we're definitely having that. Definitely having that. But it's like, this Macdine guy, the name may ring a bell, by the way. Yeah, it's a bit odd how forthcoming he is. Let's put it like that. Because it's like, this is just after World War II. This is during the Cold War. You won't be trusting of other people on the planet. Never mind people from another planet, or from the future, or anything like that. It's like, you'd be very mistrusting, let's put it like that. Everything would be suspicious.
Edgy.
Limmel?
Good grief. Please don't scare us like that. For a moment, I thought it really was a trap.
But still, what are you doing here, Limmel?
Yeah. Weren't you staying in the Calnus?
I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
What exactly happened, Limmel?
Klausy.
Allow me to explain.
I see. So that's what this is all about. Your country's army has troops stationed at a base here, and the ruined town serves to camouflage it.
Interesting. So the men surrounding the Calnus were indeed soldiers after all.
But, Limmel, Reimi was captured trying to protect you. While we're all glad Klaus rescued you, you shouldn't have been so careless as to leave the Calnus.
I'm sorry. I was a bad girl. And now Ray Ray's gone.
Well, I suppose there's little point in scolding you after the fact.
But
If you're truly sorry about what happened, that's more than enough. Not even Reimi would be angry with you, Limmel.
Edgy.
Besides, I'm partially responsible for this myself. It was a mistake to split us up under conditions like these. I won't make that mistake again. Let's go, people. We're rescuing Reimi.
It's nearly impossible to get into the base from outside. Why don't you leave this part to me?
What do you mean?
We'll pretend that I've apprehended you, and that I'm bringing you in. That should allow us to get inside without causing too much fuss.
I see. Yes, that would certainly allow us to avoid unnecessary trouble. But one question remains.
Which is?
What exactly is your motive for assisting us? Forgive me, but you're far too knowledgeable about what's happening here. What if he hands us all over together? Are you that kind of man, Klaus?
You have every right to doubt me. But even so, I want to help you.
All right. In that case, I'll leave our method of entry into the base to you, Klaus.
Edge!
Klaus saved Limmel after all. And Limmel isn't the kind of girl who would get this close to someone who couldn't be trusted. But more than anything else, I trust him. Like I said, he came to us unarmed, and he turned his back on us without hesitation.
It would appear you have lost again, Mr. Phase.
So it would appear indeed.
Thank you. You may have already suspected this, but the truth is, I once worked at the base myself, as a scientist. I was involved with research into a certain field. My field was extraterrestrials, and the super technology they brought with them.
Mr. Bakhtine, are you implying that the existence of extraterrestrials is known on this planet?
Well, not by the public, of course. And that's exactly why the researchers must be having trouble controlling their excitement right about now.
Why would that be?
It's not very often they get their hands on an unscathed ship like your Calnus. Not to mention uninjured extraterrestrials. If they can understand your technology and make it their own, these people who once struggled in obscurity can suddenly become heroes. Two birds with one stone. Your super technology, their fame. They'll be able to go public. They do it without even stopping to consider how dangerous such advanced technology might be. What kind of scientist would accept a breakthrough handed to him on a plate? We need to catch up with you on our own, through our own abilities. To be honest, our species just isn't ready for your technology. So once you've rescued your friend, I want you to leave this planet as soon as possible. If I must have a motive, I suppose that would be it.
I see.
Actually, there's one other thing I need to ask. As it happens, there's another extraterrestrial besides your friend who's being held captive in the base.
There are extraterrestrials on Earth other than us?
Yes, a young girl named Miracle. She has ears and a tail that look just like that cat's. You'll know her when you see her. I beg of you, take Miracle back to her home planet.
You have my word. We'll do our best to get her home.
Thank you.
Yeah, Miracle's a cat girl. Yep. Limo rejoined the party! There we go. Right, so now I've got her back in the group, I can actually see where the chests are. It was like, I'm sure there's more around, but I've got to wait for that to happen. Oh, I can't pick up the blueberries. Alright, very well. They grew blueberries out here? Anyway, I need to head in here. Because there's meant to be a scene. I remember now, it's like I can't get some of these scenes until I've come here with Limmel, etc. Fresh sage, very nice. Who drew that? Oh, I know who drew that. Yeah, you can tell by the ears. It's like, oh dear, oh dear. Hey, what's this big box, huh? Alright, they don't have those on Lemurus. It's a refrigerator, Limmel. Refrigerator? Refrigerators are machines used to cool and preserve foodstuffs. Things like meat, fish, and vegetables begin to decay rapidly, but they can be kept for a long time with the use of a refrigerator. Oh, it's really cold. I get it. It's all sick and cool, okay? Well, that's not what they're for. People don't walk around mashing their faces into refrigerators. I suppose they're what you might call a modern amenity. Would you like to use such things on Lemurus? We don't need them, Kay. Lemurus isn't all hot like this place. Food keeps just fine. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess Lemurus wasn't exactly temperate. Even so, surely it can't stay cool all year. I believe that refrigerators are a necessity during hot weather. That's assuming the planet even has seasons, Phase. When it's warm, all kinds of stuff grows, so you can go and get food whenever you want. This dumb thing would just get in the way. It's a big old waste, Kay. A waste? Modern conveniences are no big deal after all, huh? Edge. I never imagined we'd be schooled about the hardness of cultures that live together with nature in a place like this. But it feels good to rub your cheek on, Kay. Slick and cool, slick and cool. Did I say sick before? I think I did. I'm telling you, that's not how they're meant to be used. Indeed. Right, so let's go. We've got a save point in here. There's no other chests or anything, so let's just head off. Back to where I was meant to see the scene previously. Alright, so let's head to the gas station. I think that's what it's called, seeing as we're obviously in America. Obviously. Where would this be? Someone let me know. Is it like my instincts say Utah. I have no idea if that's correct. Someone from the States, please do let me know. In the gas station, that's where I'm meant to go. I say gas station because it's America. Here it would just be a petrol station because it's, you know, petroleum. You know, Bacchus, I was quite surprised earlier. Your body has so many varied functions. Oh my. No kidding, who knew he could receive terrestrial radio waves? There is nothing to it. I customized my body to prepare for every foreseeable event? Even this one? When executing a mission in enemy territory, one's fate can be altered by even the smallest nugget of information. The interception of radio waves is but one of the many ways I collect that information. I see. Does that mean you're still receiving all manner of signals even now? Indeed I am. That said, valuable information doesn't often come quite so simply. The information is further limited by current reception status. For instance, the signal I am receiving now... It would seem to be an indigenous song from this planet. The melody is of a distinctive construction, unlike anything commonly heard on EN2. A musical channel or something. I'd be interested in what was popular during this time period on Earth. Could you let us hear it too? A fine idea. I, too, am greatly intrigued. It grieves me to admit, but I cannot. Why is that? I'm not equipped with external radio wave playback functions. The only option to let third parties hear this song would be to utilize my own mouth, but I'm afraid I am, not the finest vocalist. In other words, you mean... You're embarrassed to sing because you're tone deaf? Precisely. I apologize. So there are disadvantages to that body as well. Indeed there are. Right, so I'm going to end this part here. And in the next part, we'll basically head off to the military base. So we shall see you in the next part. I think it's up there. I'm not 100%, but we'll see. We'll see. It's somewhere. Anyway, let's have a look in here. Maybe... Yeah, I'm thinking it might be down at bottom left, maybe. I'm going to go try and pick up these chests as well in between the parts. So, we'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta for now.